Well, happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're at the end of the week and you're feeling good and you're doing okay and everything's went your way this week. And if not, well, then what are you going to do next week to make it better? I don't know. So, listen, again, if you're new here, I'm Chief Chuck. My channel, you'll never see any of these choppy edits to where I don't like what I say. You're on my back deck with me right now. So you're going to talk. This is like you're sitting across this table from me and we're just having a conversation. No edits, no effects, no overlays, no big graphics, just me and you talking. So, thinking about things on this Friday, I've come to a conclusion that you're pretty much going to get me as I am. Things lately have come to light that life's too short to really worry about what people think and to worry about what's what. You got to do what you got to do and you got to do what's right. I'm trying to make myself better, but I'm also trying to realize too that what's taking my energy and what I give my energy to means a lot. Um, I think that too often we give our energy away to things that really just don't matter in the big scheme of things. Life events will happen to you that make you realize that maybe what you thought was important really isn't that important. So, one of the things that I'm thinking about today is I've noticed as I'm making my trip back to my faith, and we'll get more into that in other videos about what I'm doing to become a better Christian and how to be a leader, how to do leadership, faith based leadership, and be an influence and a positive influence on the world and have a positive legacy I leave behind one day. So I'm thinking this Friday, I started noticing how much I curse. And sometimes, I mean, I'm a sailor, okay? Yep. The old thing, cuss like a sailor. Yeah, I can spit cuss words that I don't even know what they mean. And in my day, I was really, really good at it. And that's not something to be proud of now. But I've noticed lately that I don't need to put that pepper in the gumbo like I used to. Uh, that words matter and my attitude matters and how I present myself to not only people I lead, but people that are watching me that I may not even realize are watching me. So I think that's kind of an important thing to look at. So I mean, what is cursing? What are cuss words? What's I think there's a difference between some of the cuss words and just the vulgarity that comes with some of our words we speak in the language. People throw the F word around now, and I hate sounding like a kindergartner with the F word. But to respect my new way of thinking and to respect you as my audience, we will refer to some of these as F words. You know what I'm talking about. It's the one where it kind of goes along with if you see K, tell her I said hello. Um, so that one gets thrown around too much anymore. I mean, it's yeah, it's funny and people toss it around like it's nothing. But if you really listen hard to some of these people on the internet and people around you, it'll start catching how much they interject that in more than they do ums and ands and knows and likes. And I think that it's just unnecessary. First of all, it is. I think it's become a vulgar term, even though it's become acceptable. It doesn't make you cool and it doesn't make you tough. You think it does, but it doesn't. And much like that, the MFer, that's just even gross. That's even more vulgar. I never threw that one around that much anyway. But, you know, I don't, certainly will not do it going forward. Now, let's get to some of the other ones that are less conspicuous, and we won't even talk about yet about, GD. I will not be doing that anymore. There is a commandment about that, and people go, well, that's not what it means. Hey, if you're calling on the good Lord to damn something, you better be ready for fire to come raining down and be careful and be willing to be responsible for what you're asking. lest it happen to you. Now, people go, well, what in the hell? Hell's a place. I could just as well go, what in the Allentown, Pennsylvania? Or what in the Dayton, Ohio are you talking about? What difference does that make? Wow, that was pretty good. A little breezy today, so I told you no edits. I'm not editing things because I don't know how and I don't want to. This is real life. But, you know, heck is, I do that. I use dang, but that's just the southern in me because when I do it, I draw it out when I'm like, dang. To be awe inspired and just like in shock, it's like, dang. And I'm famous now around my house and my work. People go say something, I'm like, heck yeah, heck yeah. That's just my enthusiastic way of doing things. It doesn't have to be hell yeah. Sometimes I do that, but shoot, I don't even talking about I just don't even want to say shit anymore because it's like, why? I mean, if you do, great. I'm not going to correct you, and I'm not going to be one of those Karens that comes up and says, your language is offending me. That's on you, man. You got to be your own moral compass and your guide. But for me, I think I'm just going to try to not use filler words as much as I used to and be able to talk about my thoughts and express my feelings. When I do need to use an adjective, then it'll be well placed. And in the occasion, then that if I do let one fly, you can best believe there's a good reason for it. And something has gone very amiss, and I am very angry. But I got to try to control that. So, but other than that, I mean, I think as you progress more into adulthood and as you get older, like me, you just kind of your prudeness comes back out. And you can call me a prude if you want to. I don't care. It's just the way that I choose to think about things. And so I will tell you that young people, as you make an impression, is first of all, it's bad enough now that you guys all have big sleeve tattoos. Yeah, I'm judging you. There was a time when I was your age that sailors, convicts, and motorcycle gangs are the only people that had tattoos. And now some of these young ladies that are quite lovely looking, but they have all of these tattoos everywhere. What do you live with that, and I hope it means something to you. I know a lot of people have tattoos that mean something to them and is very significant to them and tells a story. Great, good for you. I'm just telling you, first impressions, if I don't know your story, first impressions matter. But again, I don't care what you do, but when you are tatted up, you're not dressed appropriately, and you have a mouth like a sailor on Liberty in Hong Kong back in 1978, well, I'm going to assume certain things about you. I'm not going to come right out and go, you're wrong, because it's not my place, but I am going to assume things about you, and that's my right. And I have the right to do that. And whether I'm right or I'm wrong is really irrelevant to you. It doesn't matter, but I make those assumptions, but I try not to judge. I'm not perfect. I am a flawed man, for way more flawed than you would imagine, and really have no right to be even making this statement, but just telling you what I think. Like I said, it's just like we were sitting here on my back deck having a conversation, having a cold drink, just enjoying companies. And that's how I view you guys, man. We're just friends. Like to have good conversations. Won't get a lot of feedback on this, I'm aware of that. But if you do want to strike up a conversation, you can hit the like button, hit the comments, subscribe to this, and I guess you'll see me more often. Again, the perpetual shout out to my good friend Jonathan Pritchard, one creator. You know, he's pushing a lot of us creators to put more stuff out there and to have a bigger presence. And this is what I've decided to do. This is going to be my niche or niche. I don't know what you call them, but this is my thing. And you'll see me dive more into leadership in the next videos. And it will certainly be around my faith that I'm trying to come back to. And, you know, that'll scare a lot of you off, but that's just the way it is. So, hey, listen, went past 10 minutes, which is pretty much my limit. I don't want to take up any more of your fine, beautiful day. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a good weekend. I certainly wish the good Lord's blessings upon each and every one of you. I hope you go in peace, and I hope you are kind to everyone that you see. See you next time.